So. Okay. Do you guys have any questions regarding the whole topic of lead magnets, or if if you understand the concept, the basic concept, which I think you guys did, then maybe you just type in the number 1, and then we're good to keep on moving. Hello, can you still hear me?
I was just thinking, you know, uh, in telecom they offer they don't not only offer the SIM card for you, they also offer handies, and you know they have a business like you pay one oil for the
Yeah.
for the phone, and
Yeah.
in the next 24 months you pay it monthly.
Yeah.
Is that also can be a lead magnet?
No, this is not a lead magnet, because you pay for something. As soon as you spend money and you have to pay for something, for a product or a service, it's not a lead magnet anymore. Lead magnets always have to be for free. Okay, because it's a way of it's a way for the company to drag you in to their funnel.
Because you know sometimes the phone is also
for free,
zero oil for
Yeah.
free.
But then you will have to pay for the phone plan, right?
Yes.
Yeah, see, and that's, you don't get the phone without the phone plan. You will have to pay for it.
Okay, got it.
But let me think of something different. Maybe some phone companies offer like a second SIM card. You know, when you're already your customer, and then they say, hey, you want a second one, but you can only give that to a friend, and then they get the information from your friend, and drag your friend into their funnel. Would be a possibility. Maybe.
Yeah. Okay. Just going on.
Yeah. Okay. A good question. All right. I would say if you have any more questions, you can always email me about it. We can always get back, because it's actually really important for high price tickets. Okay, so when you offer a service or a product that is that costs a little bit more, okay, when it's like a kind of expensive product or service, then a lead magnet is the perfect way of you guys, you have to build trust. You have to build trust with your potential client first, and when you give them some value up front, you give them a free trial, or you give them a discount. Okay, like here you give them a discount, you build trust, and when people trust you, they are more likely to do business with you again, and do give you the money and give you more money, because you already proven yourself. Okay, so that's why it's really important. All right, here you have some more examples on how you can design a lead magnet, but I think we already talked about that. You need a clear structure. You need to know what your audience wants. So what is their problem? What do they want? Okay, and then address this problem very precisely in your title. All right. So for today, I want to do a little, I don't want to say detour, but I can think of the right word right now. It's not about lead magnets and the typical e-commerce anymore, but we need to go a little bit around it and talk about a different topic that is very, very important in order to know what market you want to be in and what potential customers you want to talk to, and first of all, what product or what service you want to offer online. Okay, and that topic is positioning. Okay, a very, very important topic that is something, well, companies need to deal with as soon as possible. Okay, in order to know who's my audience, who's my perfect customer, and what problems do they have, and how can I solve that problem. So let's talk about that for today. And I want to start off with one question. I want to show you these two pictures, and you see the question on the top. Which pond would you rather fish in? Just take a look at these pictures, and let me know, what pond would you rather fish in?
Definitely the right side.
The right side? Why?
Because as you see in the left side, there's too many people who use too many. At first, too many people do the same thing, which is fishing, and you have too much competitors.
Yep.
And as a second, they don't fishing like each one by one. They just take all the fish from the lake.
Yeah, true.
So next time you want to get anything.
Yeah, it's great. Any other answers? Do you agree? Do you disagree?
Maybe the left.
The left? And why?
I don't know. Just feel, just feeling.
Because you're the man who run a company, right?
What do you mean?
I mean, maybe she's the one who run a company, a seafood company, which wants to take all the fish once.
So actually, yeah, I mean, there's no such thing as right or wrong, but I want you guys to actually think about it. I mean, it can be right, yeah, but for today, I want to tell you why I think we should focus on the right side, on the right pond, and that's you can see the reasons here. So on the left side, like you already said it correctly, we have a lot of fishermen, a lot of fishers, right? Which can be compared to a lot of companies. Okay, a lot of companies fishing for fish in the same pond, and some of them use, they just want to grab all of them, and they don't have, a specific kind of fish they want to go for. And the other one, they're just, trying to get some of the fish and not really professional, but it causes a lot of competitors, a lot of competition in this pond. And this leads to less fish in the sea, or less fish in this pond. Okay. Compared to the right side, when we only have, one fisherman, one company, one guy who is competing basically by himself, going for a specific type of fish, which can be also called your niche or your niche. Okay. So I would prefer fishing in the right pond, because I'm basically the only one. I know what kind of fish I want, and I don't have all this competition of people and companies that are going for just anything. They just want to grab some of the fish. without even knowing what they're doing, what they're going for, and that makes it so much harder for me. Okay, so I already mentioned this one, or this word once, niche. Okay, this is our key word for today when it comes to positioning. Who knows what a niche is? Type in the chat yes or no if you already heard about it, if you know what it is. Yes. Perfect. That's great. So we don't have to talk about that. So then let's just go ahead and jump right over and talk about what's good and what's not so good about being in a niche, fishing in this pond. What do you think? What are the pros and what are the cons when it comes to, you know, positioning yourself in a niche? You know, you can talk to us, or you can just type it in the chat if you want. What is good and what is bad about having your company acting in a niche and not just, you know, positioning yourself very broad and unspecific? From more opportunities and less experience. What do you mean by more opportunities?
You have less competitors, so you have more opportunity to occupy the market share.
Yep, exactly. Since there's less competition, you have a better chance, better opportunities to become the market leader, obviously. Okay, because you don't have to fight against so many other competitors. That's very good. And con, less experience. Let me know what you mean by that. Ray, what do you mean by less experience?
The experience, I think it is if more competitors, you can find your benchmarking.
Yeah.
But if the less competitor, you have opportunity to be the to occupy the whole market share, but you need to find your niche.
Yeah.
So it is hard to be the first one to occupy the market share. So you have to do all the things by yourself. You cannot find the experience from the others.
Yeah, that's a very good point. Yeah. So since there's less competition, and you have to make your own experiences, and maybe if it's a new niche, then you will have to gain a lot of experience first, make a lot of experiences, and maybe even sometimes make mistakes and learn from those mistakes. Yeah. So that's very good. We say monopolistic market. Is that a good thing or a bad thing for you?
On the one hand, in such a market, you can get a lot of benefit and chance and benefit. But on the other hand, without competitors, it will almost stop you from developing yourself.
Yeah. So do you think it's a pro or it is a con?
I do think it's a con.
It's a con. Okay. That's interesting. Yeah. Surely it has some negative characteristics, some negative features. But I actually think, I mean, a monopole, or if there's a monopolistic market, it's never good. It's never good for the market, okay? Because at least the capitalistic market, it lives from and it thrives from competition, okay? That's, people are only getting better when they have competition. Because they need to fight for market share, they need to fight for customers. So that's true. Monopolistic market is never good for the whole economy. But on the other side, for me as a company, when I have a niche that I'm the only competitor in, and people want what I have, that's kind of good, isn't it?
Yes.
Right. When I'm the only one who has to offer it. But yeah, I get what you're saying. So that's true. And we also have some other pros and cons that I want to share with you now. So let's focus on the left side first, on the pros. One thing we haven't said until now is that when you go and discover your niche, a known niche that you want to fill and you want to provide your service to, or your product to, it's way easier to identify your client and to identify and analyze your client's needs. Okay, why is that? Because when you go to a niche, you offer a very specific solution to a very specific problem. Okay, and since everything is so specific and concrete and particular, of course it's easier for you to know your customer, to get to know them and find out what they actually want, right? So for example, when you start a clothing company, okay, you say, okay, I want to do an online shop, I want to sell clothes online. Well, everybody needs clothes, so you can provide them for everyone. And then when people ask you, who's your customer? Well, everyone, because we sell t-shirts and everyone can buy t-shirts. That makes it very broad and unspecific. But when you say, okay, we're a clothing company, but we only sell shoes, and we not just sell any shoes, we sell tennis shoes. And not just any tennis shoes, we sell tennis shoes for women. And not for every woman, we sell tennis shoes for women that are 2 meters tall, because they have, like, I don't know, some specific problem with normal tennis shoes. They don't fit them. They need a special size or some other features. Okay, I'm just making this up, but maybe you can understand this example. So for me as a company, when I know, okay, I'm only talking to female tennis players that are 2 meters tall, then I have a very, very specific target audience, and I can find out what they actually want. What is their problem? Okay, maybe they say, oh, I find tennis shoes, but not in the right color, or I need like more holes for the laces because I don't have they don't fit me well. Okay, and then I can target that and talk about these problems very in a very specific way. And obviously this makes me a better company, this makes me a better provider for a solution for the problem of my customers. Okay, so this is what I mean by, your target audience is more specific, it's easier to identify, and it is easier to analyze my clients' needs when I know who my clients are. All right, so this is one big reason. I need to know my target audience. I need to know them very well, and when I know them, I know their problems. So another point is that since I'm so specialized, all of my processes can be, or most of them can be optimized. For example, the cost reduction in marketing. Yeah, same thing. When I know who my customers are, and I know who I have to talk to, I can focus my marketing and my advertising towards them. Okay, I don't need to address like everyone. I just need to address my target audience, which is way cheaper and easier than try to get a marketing campaign built for everyone that everyone likes. Okay, in marketing, we have a saying that goes, if everyone is your target audience, no one is your target audience. Okay, if everyone is your client, no one is your client. That basically means you have to know who your target audience is, and that is so much easier if you position yourself in a niche. Okay, advertising budgets can be used more effectively, and also most of the times it's easier to enter a market if you pick a niche. Okay, same example, clothing. So if I want to have my own shoe brand, shoe company, and if I go on the shoe market, if I want to enter the shoe market, well, obviously you have Nike, you have Adidas, you have Puma, you have all these big brands. It's almost impossible for me to enter the shoe market. But what if I go with my very specific tennis shoes, and I can become an expert when it comes to female tennis shoes for tall tennis players. Okay, I mean, yes, it's a very restricted market, but at least I know who my audience and who my market is, where my market is. Okay, but that already brings us to the cons. At first, it looks like a very small target market because, in general, the whole number of our potential clients shrinks when we specialize in one or the other direction. Okay, makes sense. Okay, as soon as I say, no, I only do tennis shoes for women, I'm excluding all of the male tennis players. Okay, and that decreases my target market. I mean, that's just logical, right? But on the same at the same time, I can look at it from a different angle. I can say, oh, okay, I'm taking out all the men, which it sucks because I only have half of the target audience now and half of potential clients. Or I could say, okay, I don't want to do tennis shoes for men, so I'm just focusing on the female tennis players. So I'm getting rid of people who I do not want to target anyways, and I'm getting more specific and more specialized in order to make more money. Okay, so that's the one thing. And another con is when your demand decreases in your niche, it really has an immediate negative impact on your sales numbers. Okay, since your market is already kind of small, and if the demand in that market decreases for any reason, okay, if there's like right now a worldwide pandemic, or if there's other things that are happening in the world that cause your demand to decrease, this could really become bad for you very fast. Okay, and last but not least, I mean, I think we already talked about that. When you pick a niche, your potential sales volume is restricted right from the beginning. Okay, since you're not selling to anybody, it only makes sense that your potential sales volume is restricted. Okay, I want to show you a little graphic. Maybe that makes it even more clear. So if we look at it from the bottom, that's the whole market. Okay, for example, clothes. And then if you do not pick any segmentation and you just go for any type of clothes, it's also very hard for you to do any specialized marketing. You cannot do differentiated marketing because, like I said, you try to talk to everyone. Okay, not good, not effective. If you go the other way and do some sort of segmentation, and you can say, okay, okay, no segment, no marketing, we had that. But if you say, okay, I pick one segment or one niche, okay, same meaning, I can really focus and concentrate my marketing on that niche. If I pick a couple of segments, maybe a couple more, then at least I can do differentiated marketing. Okay, if I do tennis shoes for tall women and tall men, that gives me 2 segments. Okay, or maybe I do tennis shoes for female tennis players who are very tall and female tennis players who are very small. Okay, that gives me 2 segments also, and then I can differentiate my marketing into, you know, a specific number of target audiences. Not too many though. And yeah, if I have all segments, then it's not differentiated at all. All right. So far, so good. Okay, moving on with the different marketing strategies that we have in when it comes to positioning. Okay, so how do you, or how can you pick a niche? How can you choose a niche? Well, the different ways and different strategies. And when it comes to market strategies in e-commerce, then basically we have 3 main ways to go and main ways to distinguish our business. Okay, the first one is our market positioning. Okay, we can position ourselves and our company and our products either by the range of products. Okay, so for example, if we say we only have one product only that only solves one problem, we can have it in different variations, but it's only one main product. You know, then that would make it not really, we don't have a big range, but it's very specific. So people know, hey, they only sell this one product. They must be very good at this. Okay. So it's the range of products, and here we can still, or we can vary and differentiate between the depth of the range. Okay, how deep does it go? So, for example, I have only one tennis shoe, but we offer it in blue, yellow, green, white, and 100 different colors, and you can buy extra laces, and we have all sizes, you know. So that is the depth. Or we can differ in when it comes to the length, okay? And the length is when you have, you know, all sort of products. So we do not only have shoes, but we have shorts, and we have t-shirts, and we have handbands and headbands and all that, okay? That's when it comes to, or when we talk about length. So that is one way of positioning ourselves. Do we only want to offer one product, or do we want to offer several products? So the second way of how we can position ourselves in the market is the pricing. Okay, obviously that's one of the most common and most obvious ways of positioning your brand, not only online but also offline. And we have 2 choices. The first choice is we want to be a very high-priced, high-quality brand product. Okay, so that right from the beginning we can say this product, not everybody can afford it, but even if less people buy it, since it's so expensive, we still make our profit. Okay, that is one way. And, you know, best examples would be all the luxury brands, Louis Vuitton or Lamborghini or Porsche, you know, all these luxury brands. Or we could go the other way and say, no, we want to be the cheapest. We still want to have good quality, but first of all, we want to be the cheapest on the market. so that everybody can afford it. Okay. But then you fight for the price and fight for a price, for good pricing, for the cheapest price. I would not really recommend it because it's very, very hard, and there's so many competitors when something is cheap that it's hard to differentiate yourself from the competitors in the market. Okay, so that's market positioning. The second aspect is timing, and timing. We differ between the three, timing strategies, if you want. So you all know what a first mover is, right? The company that enters a certain market, being the first of its kind. Okay, so in Germany, for example, when the electronic scooters came to Germany or came here to Wiesbaden, there was one brand that offered their services, their scooters, at first. So they were the very first in the market, and they were the only one for maybe half a year until different companies became the early movers. Okay, so they came second, third, fourth, and some of the later companies, they already exited the market. They already said, no, we cannot really get our business going here, so we leave the market. But the first company, the company that was first here, they're still doing pretty well. Okay, and that can be the advantage of a first mover. But also, it can be very hard and very risky for first movers because they're the first. They cannot look at the experience of other companies and see what they did wrong, and what kind of conditions they find, and what risks they find, what problems. So they need to make their own experience. And that's basically what people or companies in a niche do. Very, very often. And then finally, we have the third aspect of the market strategies, which is growth. And here we can differ between the organic growth and the inorganic growth, which actually only means paid. Okay, paid media, paid advertising. Doing Facebook advertising, Instagram advertising, Google advertising, paying influencers, paying other people to get our reach, awareness high, very quick. All right. We're still talking about our niche. And if you want to be a niche, most of the times your range of products is very small, your pricing is very high, you are the first mover, and you can pick between those two. That's all right. But when it comes to these three, most likely it's what I said. Okay. And niche, you start with only maybe 2 products. Your pricing is very high because you are the expert. You are seen as the expert in your niche, in your specific niche, which would be the case if you have like 1,000 products. You're very cheap. Nobody would see you as the expert. Hardly, maybe sometimes, but not very hardly. Okay. So focus on what you do best. You can price it accordingly. And if you're the first, you're the first to talk to the people. You're the first to give your target audience a solution for their problem. And that is very, very important. All right, let me see what we got here. Okay, I would say let's just take a quick break. Okay, I need to get some more water, 5 minutes, and then we can continue. Okay, so 5 minutes, that's 52, and then we continue. Okay, talk to you in a second. All right, let's continue. And I want to show you a little example. Maybe let's see if this works. And I can show you this one. Maybe this makes a little. So you should be able to see this, right? Can anyone else see? Yeah. Oh, where is it? No. There you go. So I think this is a very good example of a niche. So I mean, I gave you the example of my clothing company and my tennis shoes, but maybe this is a little bit easier. So very general market would be dog training, and you see we have a very large competition. More specific would be training only for bulldogs. Okay, see, it's only way less. And then you can say, okay, maybe only in a specific location. So the geographic aspect is always important, which is kind of hard, when you do things online. Obviously, you want to offer your products to the whole world, or at least your whole country. So you can specify when you focus more on the problem itself. So not only bulldog training, but bulldog stop biting training. Okay, that's how you can niche down. And you see, I mean, this is just an example, but even if you specialize in a niche, this does not have to mean that you that your target audience needs to be very small. Okay, it can still be big, even if you specialized in a specific niche. Okay, that's just one example I wanted to show to you in order to clear this up, and then we can move on. Okay, how to find your niche. This is one way. Okay, one way, which is, I mean, this would be the perfect way, I guess. But it's a beginning. You can take this advice, or you can, I know it's not always possible, but that's a very good way to look at things. Bulldogs keep on biting is less. Yeah, that might be true. I don't know if anybody needs to teach that to bulldogs, or at least wants to teach that. But yeah. All right, finding a niche. So as you can see here, a very good way, in a very long-lasting, effective way of picking, things to do, and especially if you want to start an online business, is pick stuff that you love, that you're really passionate about, that you like doing, that you would maybe even do if no one would pay you. Okay, so a lot of times online business start out based on a hobby of the founder, or just something they really like doing. And if you compare that with stuff that you're also good at, that makes it more effective. I mean, obviously, I have stuff that I love, but I'm not really good at. So probably nobody would ever pay me for that, right? But I need to be, or you need to be good at, and then you're almost there, because as you can see here, the third aspect in this equation is what makes it so complete and make it actually work. Because you can have stuff that you love and also be good at, but if nobody cares about it, well, then you probably won't be able to sell a lot of it. Okay, so make sure that that's what you love to do and what you're good at is something that people actually want to have, and also what I would pay for it. People love are changing. Of course it changes, yeah. But that's, I mean, you have to think about it. If there's something that you only love for a week or for a month, then maybe it's not the right thing. But if there's something that you're actually serious about, yeah, and you've been doing your whole life or maybe a couple of years, then you know, okay, it's a deeper interest. And yeah, even then it can change. And that's okay. That's perfectly fine. But until it changed, maybe you don't want to do it anymore, and maybe then you can sell your business or you can change your business. Okay, that's all right. And maybe you like different stuff then, and then you can find a new niche. Okay, finding a niche is not something that you have to, or that you're doing once and then you're done forever. Okay, but rather something that you can start off with. Okay. So if you find something you love, find something you're good at, and that is also something that people like, people want, that is a sweet spot for a good niche. Okay, I'm not saying this is the only way of finding a niche, but I'm saying this is a very good way of going about finding a niche that you're actually passionate about. Because I mean, yeah, tennis shoes for female tennis players that are 2 meters tall could be a good niche. I don't know, but I'm not passionate about tennis. I don't care about tennis that much, so it wouldn't be a good niche for me. Even if it's, you know, I don't know, people would love the tennis shoes. What I'm actually can really believe, but if I sell, you know, I have like I told you in the beginning, I have 2 companies, and one company is about beer, and I like beer, and we're making really good beer, so we're good at it. And people always, at least in Germany, they love beer. They always want beer. Okay. See, so that is a good niche, because we do like a very local beer, a specific beer. So we're not competing with all the big beer companies, and we found our niche. So that's, well, it's not a dark beer. It's a little lighter, but it's a like a natural. The natural is not very clear. It's like not clear beer from, you know, this local area. So I just want to get my point across and tell you guys that it's possible, but it's nothing that you have to stick with forever. Okay. So, and if you say now, oh, well, I don't really know, I like different things, but it's nothing I'm like super passionate about, I want to give you some tips how to find still to find a niche. So when you start off, usually it's not very advisable to create a whole market for yourself. Okay, so rather pick a market in a demand that already exists. Okay, so check out what is there that people already asking for, that they already want, and they're already buying from other people. And I mean, whenever people are searching for something online, you basically know there is a demand. I mean, they're looking it up, right? And Google, as one of the biggest or even the biggest search console, it has two different tools that you can use for free and check out what people are searching for. Okay. And one of the tools is Google AdWords. And I want to show you some screenshots, how it actually looks and how you can actually go on and check it. So you can use the Google Keyword Planner in Google AdWords. So Google AdWords, I have to take a step back, sorry, I'm a little fast here. Google AdWords is the platform if you want to create advertising on Google. Okay, so whenever you go on Google and you type something in and it says sponsored, companies do that within Google AdWords. But it also has one small tool in the whole Google AdWords tool, and this is called Keyword Planner. Okay, the Google Keyword Planner. You have to register first. You have to put in credit card information. You're not charged. They just want it. I can not really tell why. Maybe that's one sort of a lead magnet. But yeah, then you can use the Google Keyword Planner, and it works like this. So you just type in a word, a phrase, something that you're interested in, and you check out, okay, how many people look for it? How is the competition? Okay. And for example, if you type in business English or business English in German, you see, okay, different, like similar keywords. You see the average monthly searches. Okay, how many people on average in 1 month search for your keywords? You know, it says something between 1,000, 10,000, 100,000 to 1,000, 100 to 1,000, 10 to 100, so very low. Okay, and you also see there's not a big competition, and it also gives you a good insight about how much would you have to pay when you would create advertising on Google. How much would you have to pay for people to click on your link on average? Okay, so whenever there's a small price like this one, so it's 14 cents, between 14 cents and €1.18, that can give you two ways of looking at it. Well, the one way is, or basically you have to look at it from two ways. The first way is maybe it's too specific and nobody wants it. Okay, that's why there's not a lot of searches. Maybe that can be the reason. Or the other reason can be there's not a lot of competition. Okay, remember the 2 ones that we looked at at the beginning of class. That can be the other reason. Okay, there's something people are looking for, but not a lot of competitors, not a lot of companies offering a solution. That can cause a low bid that you would have to put in. Is it a pop-up ad? No, it's when you go to Google. I mean, just type in something on Google. Maybe I can do it here. Oops. So if you're on Google and you type in shoes, boom.
You let them pay €1.
What is that?
You let them pay €1 for this time, right?
Yeah, probably not. Okay, shoes. They don't give me any. Maybe soccer shoes. Maybe should give me some more.
Maybe you can search the potato gun.
The potato gun, yeah. Well, this of course, when I want to show you guys something, it's not really working. So normally, I want this to work now. I mean, it should give me some advertising, but it does not give me any advertising at all. I don't know why it's not giving me advertising. I mean, that's a good thing. Not really.
It's just broken.
Yeah, maybe I broke the internet. Maybe. I'm sorry. Let's search for see if the potato. I don't think this will work. Yeah, it's not working either. Well, I think I have to look for it again until it goes. This is the type of beer we sell with our company, but it doesn't. No advertising. Well, this my little presentation here failed. I'm very sorry. This is super weird. Because usually you get a small, like 2 or 3 results in the beginning, and it says sponsored. Okay, that's how you know someone is paying for it to show up. It says sponsored. Okay, I'm pretty sure all of you guys have already seen this. Here, there you go. Finally, Anzeige. That's the German word for, you know, advertising.
Yes.
Finally. Okay, I need to be more specific. So that's how an advertising on Google looks like. Boom. All right. So finally, I could show you this one. And if I would click now, then, you know, it's somewhere between whatever range is there for my keyword. Okay, and that's how you can check. Okay, are people already looking for it? Is there a demand? How big is the competition? Do I want to be in this niche? Can I actually afford, you know, buying traffic, paid traffic, or not? Is the competition too high? Okay, that's one way of looking at it. Okay, and the other one would be using Google Trends, which is actually pretty cool too. So I want to show you that too. If you go to Google Trends, you can check out what people are looking for. Just, you know, what they're looking for in different types, different places of the world, and all that stuff. So if we type in, let's take our potato gun. Then we see, okay, so right now we're only looking in Germany. Let's look worldwide within the last 12 months, all categories. And, you know, we can just do for pictures or Google Shopping or YouTube, but we do the web. And then it tells us in the last year, the last 12 months, you know, obviously during the summer, like the spring, more people started looking at it. And then here in the November, December, not a lot of people looked at it. I mean, it's cold outside. Nobody wants to go for it. It shows me, okay, New Zealand, a lot of people look for it. United States, Australia, South Africa, Canada. You know, I can see that. I'm not really sure what the 100 means, what they measure it in, but it gives me some similar search results or searches, you know, what people type in, and other topics that are kind of close and similar to it. Okay, and if you want to, you can, you know, search, go for YouTube and just get a feeling. You know, it's not very, very precise and exact, but it gives you a feeling of what is going on. What do people actually look at? And, you know, Iron Man 3 potato gun, how to build a potato gun. You know,
It's quite interesting.
Yeah, what are people interested in? So that is another great tool. And you saw it's completely free. You just type in Google Trends and you can check everything out, everything that you are interested in. Potato gun, let's do soccer cleats. So that's another word for soccer shoes. You see, February was very high, and then boom, that's when the when COVID-19, you know, basically all the soccer games had to stop. There were no soccer games. Yeah, well, if there are no soccer games, nobody wants to buy soccer shoes. But then finally got back up. Okay. So that was here right after winter break. People wanted to go outside and play soccer, and then boom, no soccer games. Okay, that's very interesting, because you can also compare what is going on in the world with the different markets and the different niches, and see, okay, a lot of people in Laos. I mean, Laos, they look for soccer cleats. They want to see what's the best soccer cleats, new soccer cleats. Here, Nike has one model that everybody's looking at. So, yeah, hopefully that gives you a little bit of an idea how you can go and look for a specific niche and if it's a good idea or not, because this is exactly your assignment. Now I just see, I'm very sorry. I still have it in German. So I will have to translate it in English for you guys. And before I upload this presentation to Elias, of course, I will translate it. But we can go through the exercise and the assignment already. So what I want you guys to do is to pick 3 industries, 3 different industries that you are interested in. You know, any industries that you like. Maybe it's, you know, sports, maybe it's travel, maybe it's, you know, clothes, maybe it's technology, whatever. And for every niche, I want you guys to pick one example for a not segmented company, so no niche, very broad, and then also pick one company that is in one niche within that industry. Okay, remember my example with the tennis shoes. So the example for a broad company would be, or a company in a broad market would be, you know, maybe just Nike or Adidas, and the niche would be well, my company doesn't really exist, but yeah, that would be example. And then, I mean, obviously we're only looking at online companies, okay? People that will at least have an online shop and sell online, okay? That is another minimum requirement, since we're only talking about e-commerce here. And then when you found one example for every niche, or 2 examples, so you need 6 companies in total, 6 companies, and you take the 2 companies within one niche and you compare them to each other. Okay, you look at their online shop. What does it look like? What's the design? How do they you know, how many products do they have? Is it, you know, product depth and product length? Are they claiming to be the best? Are they claiming to be the first? What is their approach? Who is their target audience? You know, compare them to each other. Dig deep, go dig deep, and really research about the companies, and then also try to look at the marketing strategy. Okay, you can check if they have advertising on Facebook or Instagram. You can check if they have Google advertising, you know, like we just tried and did, and just look at it. Are they talking to everyone? Are they talking to a broad audience? Are they talking to a very specific audience? Okay, who are they talking to? And that's what I want you guys to do. You said no need to translate it. Is everyone understanding this, or should I translate it in English for you guys? Maybe if you can just type it in.
I'm afraid you still need to translate for
Okay.
them. We both understand it.
I leave this one also. Okay, I leave it in German and I put the next one in English. Okay, so you guys, you can pick which one you ever like, or you can compare the words to each other, and you can learn some German as well. Perfect. Do you have any questions about this assignment, or is it clear? No questions? Perfect. If you understand everything, then just please type your favorite number in the chat. Be a little bit more creative. 6. Isn't in, hopefully I don't get this wrong. Isn't in China the number 8 like the number for luck?
So number 8 means luck and rich.
Luck and rich?
Yes.
Yeah, I know that. I had a friend whose dad he worked in China for a long time, and he told me about the number 8. All right. What about the other guys? Do you understand the assignment? Type in your favorite number in the chat. And if you have any questions, please let me know. Clear. 444 888. A lot of luck and richness. All right. Sounds great. Ben, I would say thank you for your time today. This was a quick one, but I think this this assignment you can take your time now and just to start doing your research, because this is really important, so you understand the actual advantages of picking a niche and find out yourself and dig deep and do your research. So this is really good assignment, good exercise. And then same thing, please turn it in until Friday. Okay, send me your little just write everything down, compare it, and then name the industries, name the companies, and I'm really looking forward to see your answers, to read your answers. And for now, well, good night in China. And what does good night mean? How do you say good night in Mandarin?
Wan.
Wan?
Exactly.
Wan. Okay. Wan. Hopefully I said it right. And have a good start into the new week. And we talk to each other next Monday, right? So take care. Bye-bye. And until next week.
And will you send us the translated for version by email to us, or
you have access to Elias, right?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, I just uploaded on Elias, okay?
Okay.
All right. 88 also means
okay, thanks.
so.